Back at it. Representing Magic 107.5, 97.5. We got another special guest and, of course, a guest of the people, of the community. And she is the epitome of why representation matters. Let me tell you about her, and let me tell you about her mission. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to let Dr. Latonya Martin Rogers do it herself. You know, we got 4 names. You better come with it. We right here live on Reec Show. How you doing, Miss Lady?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm well. I really like and enjoy seeing what you have coming up for the city of East Point. Of course, you're a councilwoman representing Ward D.
Yes.
And you're also an educator.
Yes.
In education.
Yes.
Your little sister said she taught me everything I know and then some more. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why when I say representation matters, because not only are you a person who represents the people, you can also speak from a specific point of being in education. And now you have an event that, you know, kind of capitalizes on all of that.
Absolutely. So do you want me to tell you a little bit about myself?
Yes, please.
All right. I am Dr. Martin Rogers. I am originally from Delray Beach, Florida.
Okay,
Shout out
man.
to Delray Beach, Florida. I came to undergrad here in Atlanta, the Atlanta University Center. Another shout out to Morris Brown College. Yes, the hard reset, Dr. James. And I'm a product of my environment, being raised by people who gave back on a constant and consistent basis. Just being a natural leader and a giver just comes second nature to me. The initiative that I have is near and dear to my heart. And
Yes.
It is going to be a teacher back to school supply drive scheduled on July 27th at Chapel Hill Church on Washington Road from 1:00 p.m. until 3:00 p.m. One of the main reasons why I started with this initiative is because I am an educator.
You understand firsthand where it's coming from. Like I
understand.
have family members that are in education, and their complaint every year is, and nothing to slight the kids. They're like, we love the book bag giveaways. We love that these kids are, you know, tooled up to begin their educational journeys for the year. But sometimes the teachers aren't thought about. So you're like, you know what? I'm going to make sure my colleagues,
Absolutely.
you know, are ready to go for the school year.
Absolutely. So this is for teachers. Parents, you're going to have to look for those drives for your students. But teachers, I'm calling on my colleagues from Fulton County, Clayton County, Henry County, Douglas County, all over to meet me on July 27th at Chapel Hill Church. I have to get that address for the Washington Road Church.
Yes.
I'll be able to provide that too, but it's going to be at the Chapel Hill Church in East Point on Washington Road. I'm doing it for us.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, and that's what matters, because you know the needs.
Yes.
Yes.
And I know firsthand that our educators aren't just teachers. One thing that really used to grind my gears was, oh, you guys get the summers off, but we need it.
I mean, if you work for,
We
listen,
need it.
parents got a taste of it during COVID, right? When everybody
Absolutely.
was at home,
Absolutely.
they had to deal with their own children
Right.
for weeks and weeks and try to educate them and try to give them discipline at the same time, and then do the regular parenting. So school gives the parents a chance to get a breather while the educators get a chance to do what they do best.
Exactly. So imagine that times 18 kids or 22 kids.
Or 30 in some places.
And I just say that teaching is one of those professions that you do not go into teaching for the money. You go into it to pour into people. Some of my most favorite people were my teachers. It started at home with my grandparents. My 3rd grade teacher, she taught my cousins. She taught my siblings. She was also a member of our community. She even taught Sunday school. And oftentimes, you know how, I know now it's different, but I remember used to seeing her in the grocery store, and I would say, oh, there's Miss Roll. Like I always
they
thought
were like
teachers,
our first celebrities.
Yeah, I thought they spent the night at the school, which they didn't,
Right.
but to some degree we do. I know teachers that go to their campuses at 6 a.m. and they don't leave until after 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
I know teachers that wear many hats throughout the school day. We're doctors, we're lawyers, we're moms, we're dads, we're housekeepers. We invest a lot of money into our classrooms classrooms that go beyond the classroom. Teachers have paid for haircuts. They have paid for proms. They have bought groceries. Teachers really stand in the gaps for a lot of children that come into their classrooms. So I know what kicking off to a school year is like. I know the finances that go into a teacher's classroom, and I want to help alleviate some of the costs by helping teachers. And my mission is that this takes off. Like, we're going to start in East Point,
yes,
but I want someone in Douglas County to pick up the baton. I want someone in Clayton County to pick up the baton, so that teachers in other counties will have their own teacher back to school supply drive, just to help alleviate the costs that teachers face each year throughout the school year with supply in their classrooms. And I also want to thank you. And is it Big Reece?
That
Big Reece and Little Reece?
Right. Everybody calls them Pops, but yes.
Well, Pops. I want to thank Pops for your contribution to the back to school supply drive.
Thank you.
So
We're happy to be a part of it. We do understand the need and the necessities, and we also know that if the burden is lightened, right, the load is lightened, then the teachers are able to do more.
Yes.
Right. And like you said, they're not getting into it because of the money. I think teachers should get paid like NBA players, because the job is much more important. Right.
Absolutely.
But since that's not the case, let's go ahead and fill these gaps. And she challenged everybody out there to start your own teachers supply drive in your own counties across the country, not just here in Georgia.
Absolutely. Across the county would be, across the United States of America would be amazing. But we have to start right here. We have to fill in those gaps for our educators. I received a lot of telephone calls from my colleagues who said, yeah, tell them we like coffee pods and gel pens. And so I'm feeling a need that I know people will appreciate.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see it coming. So once again, let's get the specifics of the information. I know it's July 27th. You said Chapel Hill
Church, which is located at 4330 Washington Road, East Point, Georgia, 30344. I'm also still in need of volunteers to help us cheer on the teachers and pass out these wonderful bags that are going to be filled with supplies just for teachers in their classrooms to kickstart the new year off right.
Okay, so how can they, the volunteers, and if anybody else wants to donate to the cause, how can they get in touch with you?
So I do have, they can contact me at 404-270-7090. That is a number to our city clerk, who will then dispatch the information to me. They can visit my website at votelatonya.com for any calendar of events or information moving forward. They can also receive that Amazon wish list from the city clerk's office as well.
Okay, everything is already covered. This is why they voted for Dr. Latonya. That's amazing. So you are a friend and family member of the show now.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So next time you have something going on, you give us a call. Big Reece, you're going to call Big Reece.
I'm going to call Big Reece. I'm going to call Pops.
Right.
Pops.
And we'll work it out and make sure that you are able to utilize this platform for the community things you're doing, because the people need to know about it.
They need to know about it. So please donate, come out and help volunteer. I know on the communication that I sent out, I said I was not going to be collecting donations after the 15th, but you can also take donations to our city hall at City of East Point, Georgia, 2757 East Point Street, and leave it right there in the donation box that's located in City Hall.
That's amazing. All right. Once again, make sure that you guys pitch in where you can, get the word out. If you might have a friend that's an educator or in education in general, go ahead and send them this link right here. And of course, it's live on the radio, Magic 107.5, 97.5. We appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Till next time, we'll see you in a minute.